My first tip for anyone who wants to move out of their current city and go to a new city, whether it is in the same state or country or in a different country, would be to save up some money. When I moved from Vancouver, Canada to Miami, Florida, I had saved up $16,000, which I thought was a lot at the time. That was 16,000 Canadian dollars. When I moved to America, that 16,000 Canadian dollars became 10,000 US dollars at the time. So I was already struggling with a poor conversion rate, and I had to really hustle to find a job. And I looked for a job right away because I knew I wouldn't have enough to hold me for more than 3 months. $16,000 will go super fast. Even 10,000 US dollars will go super fast. Now, here are some quick expenses that I just want you to keep in mind for your move. The first thing you're gonna have to do when you move to a new city or country would be to find a place to live. You will have to probably pay a first month's rent, a last month's rent, and possibly a security deposit. That's about like 3 times the rent already just to secure a place. From there, you're gonna have to get furniture, at least an air mattress or some blankets to sleep on before you can start buying your actual bed, your actual couch, all this stuff, right? So if you're coming from scratch without any furniture, you're gonna have to buy all that. New or used, that's still a lot of money. So that's another expense you're gonna have to figure out. The third expense you're gonna have to figure out is, how are you gonna get around? Are you gonna be taking an Uber? Are you going to be driving a car? Are you going to be bringing your car from another state to a new state? Are you gonna change your insurance? Are you gonna change your license plates? Are you gonna sell your car? Are you gonna buy a new car? Those are a huge expense, okay? Are you gonna change your insurance to the state, to the country you're living in? Because that is also a huge expense, because you're gonna have to pay a lot of money. So make sure that you keep this in mind when you are deciding to do your move, because shit is real and I don't want you guys getting caught up. Do you have a job? Do you have money flow coming in? If you do have a job during your transition, that's a good way to go. If you have a job pending, that's a great way to go. That's a great start. If you do not have a job, now you're gonna have to have a little bit more savings to hold you down as you try to look for a job. Now, it's not always easy to find a job. You're not always gonna get a job right away. When I moved to Miami, it took me a month to secure a job, because you have to go to first round of interviews, second round of interviews, third round of interviews. Some of these employers are just taking you on a friggin' joyride, and you want to be prepared for that and make sure that you have enough money so you can eat, so you can pay your rent, so you can have a place to stay during the course of you trying to find a job. When you move to a place, where are you going to stay the first month you get there? Are you going to rent an Airbnb? Do you plan to go house hunting that week? If you plan to go house hunting, do you have that money, or are you gonna play by ear? When I first moved to Mexico, I lived in an Airbnb for 30 days, okay? I first moved, I got an Airbnb for 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, I contacted the landlord and I asked him, I said, hey, me and my partner want to stay here. Can we rent your apartment for another 2 weeks off, Airbnb? And he agreed. He took cash. Life was good, but not everybody will do that. So just make sure that you at least secure 2 weeks so that you can go on the ground, so you can look around and find a place. Don't be in a rush to secure a home, because you want to do your research first. You want to go into the neighborhood, look around, see what type of people live in that neighborhood, see if it's a quiet place, if it's a loud place, just see what you're getting into, because there's a lot of neighborhoods here that are louder than others. Some neighborhoods are quiet. They have HOA rules. Similar to the USA, you can't be loud at certain hours. You can't have parties at certain hours. For example, in this condominium here, you have to actually register it before you come. But in some areas, they have parties. It's by a club. It's by a bar. It's super loud. You're gonna feel a type of way when you put a whole bunch of money to live in a place that's super loud. So just do your research on the area you're considering moving to make sure that it's a good fit for you and your family. With kids, do you have a support system in your area? Look at the daycare options around. Look at the activities for your kids. Are there going to be language barriers between you and your children interacting with others? Because that's important. Or you have to teach them some basic language like help, bathroom, certain words, hello, goodbye, like how much, certain words that will help them maneuver while they start to learn the new language, okay? A lot of kids struggle with meeting new kids and breaking language barriers. So if you are moving to a country that's in an unfamiliar place where you don't know the language, please take some time to do some research in advance. Some basic words, teach your children, teach everyone coming on the journey with you some words so that they can be comfortable and be able to communicate with others. Another tip that nobody told me is there's a whole bunch of Facebook groups about expats in different countries. For example, in Playa del Carmen, there's a Facebook group called Expats in Playa del Carmen, Expats in Tulum. So go on these Facebook groups, take notes on common questions people have, common issues people have, and know the answers. Take some notes down of a mechanic, of someone who felicitates immigration. Take notes because people are literally giving you free information. And that's honestly how I was able to navigate living in Mexico so easily. I literally watched YouTube videos from people literally telling me how to do it the right way. So I came here comfortable knowing that there's some girl on YouTube, there's some girl on a Facebook group, there's some girl I can DM randomly in a comment group and just say, hey, how did you do this? Do you have a contact of this? Don't be shy to ask for help. I've been asking for help. I stay asking for help, and I act like I don't know slap because I don't know slap. I need help. So find a community of people who can help you on your journey and have a better time in your country. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to act like you know what you're doing, because you don't, and that's okay. Ask for help. Now, I don't even know what number of advice I'm on. Maybe it's the wine. I've been sipping slow, but I'm just gonna keep going here because I'm on a roll. Ask for help. Everywhere you go, if you're lost, ask someone, I'm lost. How do I get here? How do I do this? How do I do this? Ask for help. People are kind and people will help you. And maybe you'll make some friends along the way. So don't be antisocial when you move. Go outside, go to common places, be out in the sun, be by the pool, meet people, and these people will show you the way and help you have a better experience in your new city. Now, if you are a person who's just moved to a new city, could you please leave in the comments some extra tips for people who want to move to a new place? This would be so helpful for our community because I want to build a community here where people are putting other people on and showing them how to have a better life on the road. Thank you for Exploring with CC on YouTube if you're there, and please be sure to subscribe to Exploring to CC on YouTube, CC Travels the Globe on Instagram, and CC Travels on Facebook, where I just share my experiences moving abroad. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.